to take the first notion that Benteke put for us, global disorder. I would say global disorder. When you look at our first meeting, conference in 2003, who could have thought that 20 years after, that is in the present, we should live in such a disorder, with war, with racism, with the problem of migration, with everything we have in our hands now. So it's such a terrible situation we are living in. So yes, global disorder, whatever it means, and all it means, is a framework for our thought and for our reflections. Then I would like to take a second issue that Benteke put forward, interdisciplinarity. And I would add that when he said that at the beginning there were most white male from the north, I would say that they were mostly economists, not only male, white men from the north, they were economists. And now it is true, there are all kinds of people in the Globelics network. Political science, sociologists, anthropologists, whatever you want. And this is an enormous richness because we're talking about knowledge. And knowledge has to do with economy in the double sense that it impacts economy and economy impacts knowledge production, but not only. And if you miss all the other issues, we are missing the whole story. So this is really great, and it is great, the insistence on tolerance. What we most need is tolerance, and be humble with the knowledge we have in relation with the knowledge others have. So this is really great. And then I come to the big convergence between what Benteke said and what Professor Thomas said. And it is knowledge produced inequality. That inequality is one of the most terrible things we live with. We all know. But it's not so easy to be clear about the knowledge origin of inequality. And both put that very, very much forward. And inequality also brings the issue of gender. Professor Thomas put it. And I want to say that we had 3 days ago a Nobel Prize in Economy for a woman that put forward that it's not just a joke, the issue of gender gap in wages, as she studied it, but not only in wages. And we know very well our situation in gender gap in the academy in particular. So I just want to finish with questions for the discussion, because it is absolutely absurd to try to comment something that was so, as a whole, so comprehensive. And my question would be, Professor Thomas highlighted the role of democracy. So my question would be, has democracy something to do with science, technology, and innovation? And if it has to do, how? And if it has to do, looking into how science, technology, and innovation is related to democracy, and democracy is related to science, technology, and innovation, is this not an issue for Globelics? As a problem, as an intellectual problem for us? Professor Thomas said something that is absolutely fundamental about Kerala, but more in general. The issue is not letting anybody behind. Because the issue is that if you look at science, technology, innovation for productivity and for economic growth, the probability of letting a lot of people behind, history shows us that it's very, very big. So the question is, how can we build directionalities for science, technology, and innovation so nobody is left behind? Is that not an issue for Globelics? So I would like to insist that tolerance, democracy, and equality, not letting anybody behind. And addressing the issue of inequality through knowledge are essential problems for Globelics. They are not the only ones, but they are essential problems for Globelics that I feel that over the last 20 years has been growing into Globelics' mind, and I hope that they will continue to be, so Globelics can make a difference in this disorder that our world is